All right, let's get into one that I feel like this is a running back who has a huge, massive group of people that are just diehard fans of him. Guys that'll swear to you that he is the most underrated running back in this entire draft. I'm not sure they're right, but let's get into it.
Yeah.
Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee, 20 years old, 5'11", 201 pounds from Grezmar, Louisiana. 22, 397 yards, 6 touchdowns. 23, 604 yards, 7 touchdowns. This past season, when he breaks out, 258 carries, 1,491 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, 20 catches, 143 yards, 90.5 PFF grade. SEC Offensive Player of the Year this year. Second team All-American. First team All-AC. But there's some issues. But there's also a lot of greatness. Amazing balance, great vision, explosive. A lot of good things there. But he's also unknown commodity as a receiver. Like I said, only 143 yards this year. Wasn't really used in that. A little smaller on his size. There are some people that do think that he end up his playing weight might be just a hair under 200 even. And then they gained a little bit there, trying to make sure he's over the 200 pounds because that's a big number sometimes. Kind of weird, like that quarterback that's like 6'3" instead of 6'1". All of a sudden, it's a massive difference. It's 2 inches. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. 201 pounds, you're barely considered big enough to be a running back in the NFL. Let's be very frank on that. And that makes you wonder, will that be an issue? Can he take the hits? He had some fumble issues at Tennessee. Is that because of the size? Was he having trouble because he's got guys that are 40, 50 pounds bigger than him hitting him? And I'm not talking about the linemen. I'm talking about some of the linebackers and edge players.
Yeah.
Some of the linemen's got 100 pounds on them.
I was going to say, some lineman's going to have 130 pounds on him.
Yeah, like that's a concern. That's a concern. And that's why I don't think he's going to be as good as some people think, is purely because of his size. Purely because something, quite frankly, he has absolutely no control over. But you have a small receiver that is an unknown commodity, not used very much as a receiver. That's usually a big question mark. You know, that's when you want your receiver to be in that kind of role. We talked about Darren Sproles earlier as an example of a guy who played a long time. Darren Sproles made a career in this league by catching the ball, by being a returner, doing the things that you need good hands for and good elusiveness in open space. We don't know if Sampson has that. And the size may limit him a little bit. So I think he's going to be a pick like the round 3 around there. But I do think he is a guy that, I don't want to say like the Doug Flutie of running backs kind of guy, but he's a guy that might surprise people and break the mold, so to speak, where you go, you know what? That was stupid to worry about the 201-pound thing.
I mean, listen, we thought Miami was stupid for picking up A-Chain, but as long as that dude's healthy, he's been fantastic. But that's his issue.
But when he's been healthy.
That's what I'm saying, but that's his issue, is availability.
Yeah, the best ability?
Availability.
Here we go.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.